within 10%.
Yeah, you need to be 100% skilled. You have to know what you're doing. Okay? If you go from these people to these people too fast, you get slaughtered. And then you're like, oh, nobody buys, it doesn't work, and this and that. You can't go to people you don't know and not know your clothes and not know your recommendation approach. And like, how do you think that that's going to go then? Okay? It's going to be horrible. All right? So we understand that that's going to happen. So the transition from those people to these people is these people, the people you kind of know, okay? Because these people, at least they've met you once or twice in their life. They know who you are. They see you up the street, okay? These are like the wavy neighbors, like, you know, what's that? Okay, like you don't even know their names, okay? But they have some trust of you because they know they've seen you before. And their skill level, you know, your skill level is getting better. Okay, you're starting to get the hang of it. You'll do a couple downs after you get some of these. You get 5 or 6 of those under your belt. Then you get to these, and then you get to those. Okay, and these people are the ones you have to call. Now, unfortunately, these are the people you don't want to call. You personally don't want to. That's why we call this the chicken list. It's the people you're scared. Sometimes I call them the nods. They're the people you look at. You could call them, and you go, no. Oh, I haven't talked to her ever, no. Okay? Like those people, okay? Those are the people you have to call, okay? And they are perfectly good people. You know, it's like, there's people that are not. It's so funny, a rep will do a demo, they'll have somebody they won't call, like their neighbor, or they won't go over and talk to them, but then they see someone else and they get referred to their neighbor, and like, now I'll call them. Why? It's the same person. There's no difference. It's the same person whether you refer from someone else or you talk to them yourself. So, guys, if you wrote down, if you just tell me, if I said, here, give me all the people you know, give them to her. Give me all the people you know, give them to her. They would just call the people you know and say, oh, I'm friends with Sedley. She referred me.
That'd be really convenient.
Yeah. Well, but the point is that you know them. How would you feel? You went and saw someone, they bought a homemaker from somebody else. How does that feel?
Bad.
If you would have seen them first, they would have bought a homemaker from you. Okay, so don't show up at people's houses. Just understand that people have Cutco. Somebody already went over there and showed it to them. I have a pink box with people in your area that people buy from. Okay, so call those people. All right. So you know if she called your neighbor and then sold her a homemaker, how would you feel? You'd be pissed off. Like, how dare you? Okay, be in my area. All right. So the point is, guys, we will show everyone Cutco eventually. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. Right? So eventually everyone in Brooklyn will see Cutco, right? And it's just a matter of, will you get paid on it or will somebody else get paid on it? They have kids and somebody else will come here and somebody will refer them or they'll meet somebody that sells Cutco eventually, all right? And our office does better every year, so more people find out about us. So call them. All right, so they're your chicken list. So here's why they're your chicken list. Let me help. Let me see. You have what's called fear. We've got to help you with this fear, all right? Fear stands for false expectations appearing real. Okay, you have some false expectation that something bad is going to happen when you call these people, and it appears real to you, so that's why you are afraid. Okay, that's what fear is. Okay, so that's how it goes. So the only way you can overcome fear, by the way, is action. Okay, you have to get action. Now, by the way, I've been taking a mind reading class, so I'm going to try to read your minds right now, and I'm going to try to figure out why you're afraid to call these people. I think I got it. It's because you either haven't talked to them in a long time, or you've never spoken to them, and now you feel weird trying to sell them knives.
Yes.
Yes. All right, this class is worth its weight in gold. All right. So how do I know how you feel?
Because most people feel that
Because
way.
that's how everyone feels. Okay, like that's the normal reaction. I had the same feeling. Everyone in our company goes to that same feeling. Well, let me help you out with the fear. Who told you have to sell them knives? Did I tell you I had to sell knives? No, I told you just to go do more presentations, okay? We'll pay you to do them. Just go do them, okay? And do a good price. Anything I've taught you today come across as pushy or crazy or anything like that? No, we're not like, you better sell the next one. Here's you close them out. You better not leave that house unless you have a trimmer in your hand, all right? So, so like, we're not teaching you anything like that. So the point is, you're making that up, okay? So that, oh, I have to go and sell them knives. No, you don't. You have to go and show them knives. And by the way, whether the people bought from you or not, well, you've done demos. Has everyone liked the presentation at least?
Yes.
Yes. So, what are you doing to them? Making them enjoy themselves? It's horrible. All right. So fear. Get over it. Okay. So you have to get over the fear, and you have to call them. Now, the only way to overcome fear is action. All right. So how do you decide if you're going to take an action on something? Well, anytime you have to make a decision process. Okay. So philosophy major, right? So there's two things you should look at if you should decide if you're going to do something or not. you look at what is the best possible scenario that could happen for me doing this action, and what is the worst case possible scenario for me doing this action. Okay, and then if you can deal with those two things, you do the action. If you can't deal with those two things, then you don't do the action. All right. So for example, should I go across the street and rob the pizzeria, please? I'm afraid of that, so let's think if I should do it or not. Okay. Well, what is the best possible thing that can happen if I try to rob the pizzeria?
You get away with it.
I get away from it free.
You get a lot of
Scot-free. Get like how much money could that have now? Like $1,000, $1,500 maybe. Okay. So maybe I get away with a lot of pizza. Okay. So $1,500 and a lot of pizza on this side. Okay. They don't even see me. Okay. Okay, so so that's what's on this side. What's the worst case scenario?
You get shot.
Yeah, jail. Police officer walking by, I get shot, I go to jail. Okay, so going to jail and getting shot versus $1,500 in pizza. I'm gonna stay up here. Okay, so very simple decision. All right. Now let's talk about your fears. Okay, what is the worst case scenario? I'll do this side of calling someone and asking them for an appointment.
How dare you call me? Rejection.
Okay? No, all right? They could be worse. They could be like, I can't believe you called me. You are the most evil person in the world. How dare you? I hope you and your family will die in a car wreck. Don't ever call this number again, ever. In the history of your life, lose this number. Hang up on him. They can't even hang up on him, all right? It's just like... And then they call you back. Dare you? Okay? And then hang up with it. All right? So, I don't know. Can I make it worse? I don't think they can't get you through the phone, right? Okay? So that's like the worst possible thing that could happen. All right? So the point is that's it. I mean, that's the worst that can happen. Okay? By the way, if that actually happened, which that never does happen, okay? But if that ever did happen, do you want to see that person anyway? No, okay? You should be glad that you don't see them, okay? So glad they did it on the phone so you don't have to deal with those people. All right, so that's the worst case scenario. What's the best case scenario?
If I buy an ultimate set.
Okay, you go over and they buy an ultimate set. All right, so an ultimate set you make about $300 on. All right, so $300 in cash versus a no on the phone. $300 in cash, no on the phone. Okay. By the way, if you haven't talked to these people in a long time, or you've never spoken to them before, when's the next time you're going to speak to them? You're probably never going to talk to them anyway. So a no on the phone from someone I'm never going to speak to again versus $300. Okay, give them a call. All right, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, and by the way, most of the time none of that stuff happens. Okay, a lot of times you go over there, you do the demo, and that's how it goes. All right, so you have to get over the fear. Okay, and by the way, when you get over the fear, we call this the comfort zone. Okay, like in here, there's all these people you were comfortable with. It's like these people, you didn't even use our phone approaches. Like you're like, oh, I want to call people I don't know, and you didn't even use the phone approach. You're like, Mom, I'm coming over tomorrow. Yeah, Uncle Charlie, I'm coming over tomorrow. You didn't learn how to use a phone approach. Like you have to learn how to talk to people properly on the phone. So you have to start calling these people first, and you need to practice with these people. Okay? So let's make a list of some of these people. And these are right there. By the way, I don't have their names. By the way, I have like here. These are all the possible people you potentially might know. Okay? Your old coworkers, your old boss. Who do you know is a janitor? Who do you know that's a maid of an honor in a wedding? Okay? Who plays the piano? Okay? Who do you know from your church? Okay? Who does yoga? Who's in the PTA or school? All right? There's hundreds of people on here. Right? So, but here, I'm going to give you some easy ones. All right? So write these down. You don't have to know their phone numbers yet. We'll teach you how to get their phone numbers. Thank you. Okay? Here's a couple people that you probably know that you probably haven't seen yet. Barber. Or your mom's hairdresser, or your hairdresser, or nails. These are people you should see. Okay? Why do you want to see those people?
They have clients.
They have lots of contacts and clients. Okay, and also if you give them business, they'll help you out. Okay, so anybody that you frequent their business a lot. Okay, that's how we went and saw that. By the way, I don't know anyone in Brooklyn. I didn't grow up in Brooklyn. If I close this office right now, I feel very confident that I can sell Cutco in Brooklyn. Okay, I would go see the pizzeria guy, talk to him all the time. I go see the laundromat lady who does my clothes. I go see the other person who does my dry cleaning. She speaks Chinese. I don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she does. I'd see my landlord. I'd see my landlord from my apartment. I'd have like 6 or 7 people, and then I would get ready.